Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to go through my plein air painting kit with you. And this video is partially inspired because the first time I went plein air painting, I really had no idea what I was doing. I actually packed my entire easel in my car, it's not like a foldable portable easel, it's like a whole piece wooden easel that hardly even fit in my car. I lugged that with all of my oil paints, with my palette, with everything out to go painting, and it ended up being really difficult. Not only was it hard to carry everything, but even on my way back I actually dropped the painting several times, which of course was still wet because it was in oil. And I thought to myself, there must be a better way. This is just way too hard. So that's what led me to really looking into what are the best supplies for plein air painting, what's the easiest way to get started plein air painting. If I just want a great painting experience, what are the things I need? So let me know if you haven't been plein air painting before but you want to give it a try, or if you have been plein air painting and you have a kit. I'd love to hear if we have some of the same tools or if you use something different. And yeah, so let's check out my kit. So here's my entire plein air painting kit. Let's check it out. So first I want to talk about the paint that I use. So this is a set of Liquitex Acrylic Gouache paints. It's their essentials set and it's 12 pieces. And here if we look inside, we can see all of the different paints that there are. And the nice thing about this kit is that it's pretty small, it's easy to carry and travel with. And if you want to make it even smaller, so there's a lot of colors in this kit, I find them to be pretty useful. But if you have to really travel light, then the main colors, the ones that I use the most are white, blue, yellow, and red. Oh, and also the burnt sienna, that one I find very useful for blocking in colors. So I really like this set of Liquitex Acrylic Gouache paints, and I also you'll notice that I do a lot of oil painting, but here I choose to use acrylic gouache for plein air painting. And the reason behind this is that I tried oil painting on plein air and it was really difficult. I had trouble transporting my canvases. I felt like I needed a lot of supplies and it just felt really hard to get everything that I needed and to do the painting process when I just wanted to get out and paint. So my friend recommended to me these acrylic gouache paints, and I found them to be very easy. For those who haven't used them before, acrylic gouache is a combination of acrylic and gouache paints. It's kind of like a mix between the two. And like acrylic paints, you can layer the paints, and the paints do not reactivate with water. So it's very easy to layer one color or one value on top of another. However, it dries with a sort of matte finish that's similar to gouache, and also you can get these really light washes of color like watercolor or gouache. So yeah, so I'd never used them before, but I just started using them from plein air painting, and I really like them. They're very easy. The fast drying time makes it easy to transport paintings back and forth after you finish them. And also you don't need any special mediums for using them. They're water mixable, so I just bring some water and I just have this paper towel for drying off my brushes, and yeah, they're very easy to use. So if you're just getting started with plein air painting, I find acrylic gouache to be really helpful and an easy thing to start with. For these acrylic gouache paints, I like to use this Masterson Stay Wet palette, and this is where I do all my color mixing and where I lay out my paints. So here you can see at the top I have some of the colors already laid out, and then here in the bottom is where I've been mixing the paints. And I used this yesterday, and as you can see, it's kept the paints pretty wet, which is nice when you're painting to not have to worry about the paints drying super fast, especially if it's a really hot day. And so you can see the way that the palette works is it has this sponge with water underneath, and then there's this paper on top, and then you just have the paints here. So this is what I like to use for mixing my paints. And yeah, and I find the size is also pretty good. It fits well with the box of paints themselves. So this is kind of my go-to for my palette. For brushes, I like to use just pretty cheap craft brushes. I got these as a set from an art supply store, and yeah, I think it was like $5 for a whole set of brushes. I have 3 flat brushes here. One's a larger one, a medium-sized one, and a small one. And usually when I'm laying in colors, I like to start with the large one, and then I go on to the medium one for more details, and also the small one. And then I also have a round brush for sketching out compositions at the beginning, and also for making effects or certain details that I want to show. And then I'm really proud of this case that I made for my brushes. When I transport them just in my bag, there was an issue where the bristles would start to get frayed from them just jostling around in my bag. So I got this Sushi Roller that was for like $5 online, and then I hot glued some fabric down at the bottom here with glue in several different pockets, so then I would have a little pocket for these brushes. And the nice part is that then I can just roll it up, and then I have this string here that I can just kind of loop around here, and then it keeps my brushes protected while also being really lightweight, and also my brushes can dry because it's not airtight. So I really like using this for transporting my brushes. I think it's a pretty nice solution that keeps the brushes, that keeps them safe. And as I said before, I have a little jar of water for cleaning off my brushes. I have some tape. Sometimes I like to tape off my paintings so that I get a crisp, clear edge. I also have these viewfinders of various dimensions that I just made out of cardboard, and these are nice when I go out to frame my composition. And then for surfaces, sometimes I like to use just my sketchbook if I'm being extra, if I'm extra tight on space or just doing something fast. And this is actually a moleskin watercolor sketchbook. So this is actually watercolor paper, but the moleskin regular art sketchbooks also work really well with acrylic gouache. So I've used both in the past. And then for larger pieces, I'll use this Strathmore toned tan mixed media paper. And this paper is nice. It's mixed media, so it's very thick. It seems to hold the paint really well. And I find that for doing a natural scene, in general, I like to paint with a toned canvas. So it's nice to start with a toned paper, and then this brown color is just really nice for painting landscapes and other natural scenes. So this is kind of my go-to paper for plein air painting. And yeah, so this is my entire plein air painting kit. It fits nicely in a canvas bag, so it's very easy to travel with, and I hope that it shows that you don't need that much to start plein air painting. With these limited supplies, you can very quickly start making paintings of your own. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please let me know, subscribe, or let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.